Assalamu alaikum. So this is Mohammed Ramiz and you are watching Flutterflow. So today we are going to talk about constants. Okay. So in the last video we have seen that how to use app state variables and how app state variables works. Okay. And within before this video, in the previous video we have also covered the data types, so you have a better understanding about data types and app state variables. And now we are covering this topic of constants. Okay, so we covered this topic, now that we are covering the constants topic. And in the next video or in upcoming video you will be able to see how page state variables work and what are the difference between app state variable and page state variables. Okay, so for now, if I go back and show you these things, uh, so in this example we have used app state variables. So what are the major difference between app state variables and constants? Because if I create a constant here, so we can see the same thing here. So let's say here they have wrote add app constants. Okay, so we can set the name, and then we have a list of multiples data types. Okay, so what are the major difference between the constants and the app state? Because in the app state we can only see the persist variable value, and the other thing, the data types are the same thing that we can see in the constants. But the major difference in the data types and a major difference between app state and constant is that app state is basically a variable which we create when we are running the application, or when we are running the application, or before running the application. Okay, and during the application as well. So we can create, change, update or delete that variable within the application, and that variable scope is global, which means that that variable can be used on any page of the application. Okay, so although constants can also use all across the application, but you have not ability to update the value of constant if you have a sign when your app is running. Okay, so in the runtime you cannot delete any constant variable, you cannot update any constant, you cannot create any constant when the app is running. So it's only possible with app state. Okay, constant, for the constants you must create a constant only if you want to assign a fixed values. Let's suppose you want to create a constant, maybe it's app name. So you know that your app name is fixed final. Let's suppose it's Flutterfluency. Okay, so we can add flu. Okay, so the app name is Flutterfluency, and I don't want to change this name when my app is running. When my app I don't want to delete this name, I don't want to update this name, and even I don't want to create a new variable of app constant when my app is running. If I want to do these things, which is also known as CRUD operation, if I want to create, update or delete case, not a read case. Read is possible, but you not able to do these three things: update, edit, or update or edit are same thing. Update, create or delete, you will not be able to do these three things when your app is running. If you want to do these three things, so you need to create an app state variable. Because both variables have a global scope, you can use every variables on every page or any page of your application. You don't need to have any issue. Okay, so I have created my uh, app app name, which is Flutterfluency, and I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to my page, which is constants, and here I'm gonna add insert widget, which is we can say, let's suppose the name of my application would be visible here, maybe, or maybe we can pick the text and drop it here and make it centered, then change the color, it's primary color now, and now add the padding little bit, maybe 6 pixels. Okay, so now I want to show my app name, which is saved in my constants variable. So I can simply click on this options button. Okay, then I need to go to my constants. Okay, maybe I can either use my constants from there, or I can search directly my constant, which is app name. So you can see in constants we have a project constants, then we have app name. Okay, so the app, when I have added my app name, so it's automatically read what's my app name is. So it's Flutterfluency. When I run this application, so it will be showing the same Flutterfluency as app name. Okay, so this is a this video would be very small because the constants are very simple and you already have a knowledge about app state variables, so it's not longer need to lengthen this video. Let's talk about any other thing. So similarly, if you want to use any other thing, like if you want to save an image which you don't want to change in future from the run mode, so you can create an app constants. But remember, you also still you haven't have a chance if you want to update that thing, so you can go back to your Flutterflow and you can simply change it Flutterfluency. Maybe you can spell change or do anything, so it's possible. But through the run mode it's not possible. Okay, so this is a major thing you need to understand. Also, in the constants you will not be able to see the doc type or document reference type of variables, because these that variables belongs to the backend part. So backend variables are not there. If I go to app state, so you can see that we have document reference variable, JSON, data type, enums, but these things are not in my constants. Okay, so there are the few things which we there are a few variables which we have in a constant. So this is one of the differentiation which I want to show you. So let's talk about global constants. So these are the constant. You can simply create that constant, and if you want to, if you don't want to change that very value on a runtime. So I'm gonna talk about global properties, because these values are also project constants. Okay, project constants, or the values that the project has created for you. Okay, so if I, or maybe I can create a separate topic on it, because we have a lot of features here. Okay, so these things, I'm going to simply discuss this thing, current date time. So the current date time, for example, if you want to if you want to show what's the current time is going on, or if you have in your application you have a clock, or maybe if you are generating a dynamic query, which we have already covered the topic before the app state variable. So you can also, if you have not seen, you can also check it out, that video. And so if you want to generate a dynamic query, and within the dynamic query you want that we can only show the value, we can only show the list of items that have current date time or that have current time. So you can use the current time variables at that uh, so directly. Okay, so we can change the format and rest of the things. So yeah, that's how it's work, and this is all about constants. And we don't even need to run this thing, because constants can show the values even in a test mode, um, because we don't need these are fixed constants, means the values that are not changed able. Okay, so variables are those values which are dynamic or changeable, modifiable. So let's suppose I'm gonna change the app name to Muhammad Rameez, so it will show on a run on a test mode directly. So you can see it's Muhammad Rameez now. Okay, so that's how it's work. And I'm gonna replace this thing back to my company name. Yeah, so that's how it's work. And I don't think we have any other thing to see on constants. So this is it. Or maybe we can yeah, so this is it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any questions, so you can just drop a message into the comment section, and I'll surely be reply to your question. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.